Racing in the Eastern Cape on Friday, we're looking forward to the 8 carded races on turf. We have no standout features, but it does look a very interesting card. Bit tricky, but we'll work our way through it. The first race sees the youngsters step up to try the bend for the first time, and a maiden juvenile plate will race over the 1400-metre trip. Number 6, Safari Blue, is the horse that catches my eye. On debut, last time out, he did find good support, but he also found 2 horses to finish in front of him. The yard did say that he raced very green. They are expecting improvement, and he will enjoy the step up and trip. So I think Safari Blue has got a good shot at finding the winner's box. A horse that can show improvement to place is number 3, Marsh Marigold. He ran a rather ordinary 6th on debut, but the yard do feel that he will be better suited to the 1400. A horse like number 4, Mastermate, must have been showing something back home. He found really good support on debut, but he ran a really ordinary race. The yard also feel he will be suited to further, so look for improvement from him. He could find the placings in a small field. Race 2 is a Fillies and Mares 95 handicap. They will be racing over the 2000-metre trip. My selections here, 1, 3 and 4. Calandra and Seeking Wisdom, my first 2 choices. I must admit, very hard to split. I do think that Calandra last time out ran a really good race over 1600 behind Wallace Simpson, considering it is short of her best. She's going to relish being up to 2000 metres, and I do think, though top weight, she will give a good account of herself. Number 3, Seeking Wisdom, has done very much right in her career, as trainer Sharon Cotson points out. Really honest individual. She is now a 7-time winner, and 4 of those 7 wins have been recorded over course and distance, to which she is very well suited. Last time out, a cracking second to Miss Orange, and we all know that Miss Orange came out to beat Atyab in one of her following starts. Really a form line to follow. So I think Seeking Wisdom, she's going to give Calandra a lot of cheek, and I do think these 2 should be on top of each other. As far as 3rd place is concerned, a horse like number 4, Green Dragon, could find herself running into the money. Race 3 is a juvenile plate for the fillies over 1200 metres. Selections here, 1, 2 and 8. I also think that this race really could go any way. There's a lot to like about Miss Nibbles, who's had the 1 run so far, was doing her best work late and did win in a very impressive time. She does, however, have to give her stablemate, number 2, All Things Nice, 5.5 kilos, with the maiden to winner difference, as well as the apprentice now being aboard All Things Nice, taking off that 2.5 kilos. And I think that could make it rather tight. So I do think they're big runners. Also, really positive comments coming for the first timer in the way of number 8, Sweet the Sound, representing the Crefyard, who do feel that she can run a big race. So I think these 3 are going to be our main players in race 3. Race 4 will be running over 1200 metres as well. It's a no limits maiden plate, and 3, 4 and 5 how I will be going here. I think that number 3, Perfect Display, has got some really useful recent form, relocating from Natal, representing Zetzman Oosthuizen. He does say she's putting up some nice work and can be a decent runner, and I think she's got the type of form that could see her be very effective here if ready for this run. We do know that sometimes horses coming from KZN do take 1 or 2 runs to acclimatise. Let's hope everything goes her way. Her form does look as if it could stand up well here. Number 4, Rooibos, is holding form. It really is self-explanatory. Her last 3 runs have seen her finish there and thereabouts, and I think we can expect another good effort from her. She should be in the shake-up. I do think she lines up here with each-way claims. Likewise, definitely for number 5, Showtime Baby. She's really holding form, knocking hard at the door, and should be right there again. Race 5 is a maiden plate over the mile trip, and here 1, 3 and 5 are my first 3 selections. Number 1, Dirty Martini, is a newcomer to the Smith Yard. He relocates from Cape Town, where he'd be running some fair races. Very positive comments coming through from the yard, and in what looks to be, with all due respect, a very weak maiden, his is the form that does stand out. Number 3, Shades of Blue, has been trying hard of late in his recent starts over track and trip, where he has placed in both of his latest outings. That does give him very good chance of being in the shake-up again here. Number 5, Cyclops Jacks, is coming along the right way. He's improving with each outing, and I do think he's another that we should see in the first 3. Race 6 over 1400 is a merit rated 74 handicap. 4, 6, and 2 are my horses of interest. Number 4, Danilo, I do think ran a very creditable fourth behind Find Me Unafraid last time out, and I do think that this fellow is going to appreciate the cut back to 1400. I think he's got some stiff opposition here in the way of numbers 6, Moon Game, and 2, Gold Rock, but I do think that he could get it right. Number 6, Moon Game, as pointed out by Sharon Kotzen, probably one of her best runners on the day, and he is running in good form. Last time out, he had excuses for his under par last when returning cut into. Prior to that, he had just been touched off in a sophomore plate behind Tiger in the Sun. I think we'll see quite a bit of him in this race, and I wouldn't be surprised if he were to pop up and win. Likewise for number 2, Gold Rock, who's had 2 starts in the Eastern Cape so far, and they've both been very useful seconds. He should also be right there at the line. Race 7, we'll see them over the 1400. 4, 2, and 1 will be my selections here. I think that Golden Chance really ran a cracker last time out under Kendall Miniwin, going down only half a length to Wallace Simpson. The cutback in a trip to 1400 should be exactly what she's looking for, and although there's a couple with form in this race, I do think that she's got a very, very lively chance here. Number 2, Luna Wish, is a horse that really enjoys track and trip. She started 4 times over course and distance for 3 wins, and though her penultimate was a little bit under par and her last as well, they had been over the mile, and I think she's going to really relish the cutback a furlong here. The mile on grass is definitely a stretch for her. She has seen it out on poly, but it's just too far on grass. So on turf on Friday, I do think that 1400 will be her trip of choice, and we will see good improvement from her. Number 1, Princess Khaleesi, is another very useful Alan Greff inmate, and she's also a big fan of course and distance, and like stable companion Luna Wish, has run over the 1400 on grass 4 times for 3 wins. She's an individual who is always about the action and should be so again here. Race 8 is the last of the afternoon. It is a really, really tricky race. Racing over the 1200 meter trip, it is a merit rated 68 handicap lineup. It's a super open division, and this is a super open race. Horse that catches my eye is number 16, and that is Rock the Cot, and I'll be tipping him to beat number 12, Torero, and number 8, which is a newcomer to PE, Call Me L. Now, as far as Rock the Cot is concerned, I do think that he's proven before that 1200 is pretty much his favorite trip on the grass track as well. He's pretty much a specialist as far as that's concerned, and with his last 2 runs being fair efforts either side of it, I think he's going to really appreciate being back over 14, and we could see a lot of him. It is the perfect race for him to pop up. Number 12, Torero, last time out, excuses in the running, and he still managed to run a decent 5th behind Stranger Danger, taking it somewhat stronger in a merit rated 82 event. He is a course and distance winner. It's where he shared his maiden tag. Yard says he is very well, and I think in an open field we could see more of him. Number 8, as mentioned a bit earlier, newcomer to the Eastern Cape, Call Me L. The concern here is that he does race with quite a layoff. Might just need this, but I think that the form that he relocates with from Cape Town could make him quite a danger, so keep an eye on him. It is an open field, and again, because of that, many horses have to be considered, and he's definitely one of them. The PA gets underway in race 2 over the 2000 meter trip with the fillies and mares 95, and here I have elected to banker number 1, Calandra. I do think that with the PA, first 3 horses got to be in the first 3 out of 7 horses. I would really be disappointed if she wasn't there, and I think that she could be a banker on the day for PAs. In race 3, Juvenile Plate fillies over 1200, second leg of the PA, and here 1 and 2, the stable companions from the Gavin Smith yard, are the horses that go in the way of Miss Nibbles and All Things Nice. Race 4, I'll go a little bit wider here. I do think it's a race where we've got a couple of fillies and mares with form that could see them being able to score here, and all of number 3, Perfect Display, 4, Rooibos, and 5, Showtime Baby will be inclusions for me. Race 5, and I'm hoping that we have another banker here. Number 1, Dirty Martini, does stand out for me in what looks to be a rather ordinary maiden plate, so the newcomer's form does catch the eye, and he will be my banker. That's number 1, Dirty Martini. On to race 6, PA leg 5, horses 2, 4 and 6 go in for me here. Gold Rock, Danilo and Moon Game. I do think that it's a competitive affair, and those horses are the 3 that stand out for me. Race 7, Pinnacle Stakes over 1400, and 4, 2 and 1. My first 3 selections will be the horses that I throw in for the PA here. So that's all of Golden Chance, Luna Wish and Princess Khaleesi. And Legref does look to have a strong hand. Very open field to round up as mentioned, and I am going to go a bit wider here. So all 3 of my first selections go in. Number 16 Rock the Cot, 12 Torero and 8 Call Me L. I will also include number 15 Wangang Midnight. Pick 6 time in race 3, that's where it does kick off at 1:45. And as far as the pick 6 is concerned, 2 horses in the first leg. Number 1 Miss Nibbles and number 2 All Things Nice. They will be the horses that go in for me. I do think the first time has got a chance there, but if either of those 2 happen to run behind the likes of Sweet the Sound, we will go through. So I'm just going in with the 2 horses there. Race 4, second leg of the pick 6, and here are my selections 3, 4 and 5, the PA selections, they go in, and added to that I will throw in numbers 9 and 7 and 9, and those are the likes of Corolla. I know the yard is hoping for more improvement from her. They were disappointed in her last 2 starts with the blinkers on when more had been expected, and they are hoping for better here. And number 9 Pearl Dancer debuted locally, and she actually ran a really decent 4th. I think she could build on that up in trip slightly, so I have thrown her in as well. As far as race 5 is concerned, stick with that banker, number 1 Dirty Martini. I do think that he's got the right type of field to strike in what looks to be an open maiden race. He will be my banker in the pick 6. On to race 6, first 3 PA selections go in, 2, 4 and 6. I then add in numbers 1 and 8. Number 1, Mio Grande. His form is really self-explanatory. He's never far back, and if things go his way, he could find the winner's box. Number 8, Soleil was a gutsy winner last time out. He's not up much in the ratings for that win, and he really does love course and distance, so yeah, definitely going to give him respect and include him as well. On to race 7, leg 5 of the pick 6. Here numbers 4, 2 and 1 from the PA go in. Added to that 3, 5 and 8. And that is all of Sailing Ship. Very disappointing last time out. I do think though that she did a little bit too much early, and as a result was found wanting late. With the change of tactics and a little bit more of a ride to preserve her, we could see better from her. She's definitely better than that last run, so got to respect her and throw her in. And then not quite sure where we stand with the 2 newcomers to PE, number 5 Flame Tree and number 8 Water Spirit, but they do have the type of form that could see them getting a look in here, so go a little bit wider in that race as far as the pick 6 is concerned, and I have included them. Race 8, as mentioned, wide open, and I really go for the cover here. All 4 of those PA selections going in, with number 16 Rock the Cot, 12 Torera, 8 Call Me L and 15 Wangang Midnight. I then throw in a whole lot more. I really do think it's a field where you can make cases for many. Number 2 Precious Stone, I do think will enjoy cutting back and trip. As far as number 6 is concerned, Lookout House, he needed his last and can improve. Number 7 Angel Bouquet is in steady form. And number 9 Mojito Magic is in really good form. I think the main problem with him, concern with him here, is that it is 1200, but that type of form you definitely can't be leaving him out. The likes of number 13 Dairy, disappointing last time out but capable of better. And number 14 Pega de Aura, a really good winner last time out, and the yard do feel he can be competitive again. As a result, got to have some respect for him and include him. Wide open race 8, and don't want to be falling out in the last leg. As far as the jackpot is concerned, it mirrors legs 2 through to leg 5 of the pick 6. I'm not going to run through them again, but I have just stuck to the inner legs of the pick 6 for the jackpot. My best bet on the day is race 5, number 1, Dirty Martini. I do think he stands out. It's the right field for him, or the type of form that he brings to Port Elizabeth, so he will be my best bet. And my value will be in the open last of the day, race 8, number 16, Rock the Cot. Best of luck on Friday. Let's hope we can make some money.